Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to episode 14 of Journal in January, and today we're going to be creating page 12. Now page 12 is actually prep for the make and take at Create 4, which is the Anna Griffin experience of a lifetime for anybody that doesn't know. I was one of the teachers there and I was lucky enough to also demonstrate at the make and take on the Thursday afternoon. Now the two photos that I've got are they're not the greatest of photos, they're not people's faces, they're not showing great happiness at an event, but they were happy for me because they're my photos, and that's what this is all about. It's showing that you don't have to use A, the best photos in the world, B, they might not be photos, they might be mementos, and C, the things that mean something to you. Now, the first photo is we were all standing round meeting each other, and the second photo is my workstation for where I was based on the Thursday afternoon. Before you ask, I was demonstrating the Anna Griffin decorative corners and the Empress machine, and I had great fun. And that's just a picture of the workstation set up for where I was standing, and this where we were meeting everybody and we were kind of being told where we were going to be, etc., and what to expect. So they mean something to me because it was the first time that I'd got a chance to say hello to people and meet them, and it was just an overall great day. It really was. So now we're going to make our page. So those are our two photos. Now I've also taken a photocopy of my lanyard that I had round my neck telling everybody who I was, and I've just photocopied the name and the design detail. So I did photocopy some of the rope as well for where it hangs around my neck, but I've just snipped that off. So we're going to incorporate that into our page as well. So what I've done is I've taken two pieces of Anna paper, and these are gorgeous florals from quite a while ago. I've got double-sided tape on the back of them. Now, this is just basically to give my page a base, because we're building up as we go through the journal. Some of our pages have been quite simple as we've gone, and now we're starting just to build more of the decorative edge into it, I think. We're kind of building up as we go through the journal, which you'll see when we do the journal review and we go back over the pages. Plus also, if there's ever anything that you do that you don't like or you need to add more, you can always add more in the future. So I've simply added two pieces of just general backing paper from Anna Griffin. Now I've got two extra layers that I'm going to add. And I mentioned at the beginning when we were doing the introduction for the journaling that we were going to do some stenciling. Now all I've done is I've used some texture paste just on the corners of two plain pieces of text weight paper, and this just blends in with the paper that we've had before. Now don't worry that you're using texture paste, because the journal is going to get quite big and padded out anyway, so there is room for us to add 3D embellishments and texture paste, embossed pieces, things like that, because it's going to be, it's going to be quite big and detailed with everything that we add. So I've just added those two pieces using flat double-sided tape, and they sit nicely on the previous layer. Now the photos that I've got, I've already matted and layered one of the photos. And for any new viewers, I'm just going to show you what matting and layering is. So we take our photo, or it could be the front of a card, etc., and you're building up layers. And we're going to add it to a piece of cardstock that's just sized a little bit bigger. Now, my photos are 4 inches wide, 4 inches square. And then my mat and layer is 4.5 inches. So it gives you an extra 1/4 of an inch around the outside. So it just kind of frames it a little bit. I've also got double-sided flat tape on the back of the photo. You could use a tape runner, your tape dots, whatever you've got to use. So, and I'm just positioning that to give that the frame around the edge. So I'm going to have one photo on one page and I'm going to have the other photo on the other page. So we're just going to lay everything out just for now, just to check that we're going to have everything in the right order. And I think that's kind of going to be great there. I'm just wondering whether I should have my lanyard just slightly turned, I think, just so it looks, well, so it all fits really. Now I'm using flat double-sided tape. You can tear your tape, it won't hurt it. You just position it on the back of whatever you're going to stick and then peel the back away. So I shall add my lanyard just to that side, I think. And I'm going to add the photo of us meeting each other just to the bottom on an angle. And then the workstation photo, I think we'll have that slightly to the top of the page, like that. And then I've also created 2 journaling cards. Now this was using a die that's an ATC die, and it was from Sizzix, and it just cuts out whatever you put through it. In this case it was just plain card, and it cuts it out into an ATC shape with the rounded corners. On one it just says, "Make and take, we are all getting ready for a very busy afternoon. Can't wait to meet everyone, this is it." So that is my words, and I'm not worried that my handwriting's quite scruffy. I want my thoughts, my words throughout the journal. So I'm going to add that to, I think, that side there. And I can just pop that in position over the top of the photo and the lanyard. And then the second one that I've written out and it says, "This is my workstation where I will meet everyone. I'm showing the decorative corner dies and use the amazing Empress machine." Now where I've cut it out on in cardstock, and it was Anna's Perfect Palette cardstock, I've also just stamped around the edges from one of the Floral and Tags rubber stamp set, and it's just, I've just touched the edge with the rose stamp in a permanent red ink, just to give it a little bit of extra. So I'm going to add my journaling just to the bottom of that page. Now I've also made 2 tags, and I've made them in the same way as the journal cards. I've cut them out and I've just stamped them. Now one of them I've left plain, the other one I've just added a little rose. So I want to just show you that you can add whatever you like onto your journaling tags. And I'm going to take one of our roses from the Painted Garden card making kit, and I'm just going to add that to the top of my tag, she says, like that. And then I can add the tag onto the page, and I think we'll add that just towards the bottom. And I'm going to do the same with the other page with the tag that I've already made. We'll add that to one side. And then I've also just got 2 little decorative circles. We can add one, I think, to the top, and then one to the opposite page. You can add exactly what you like, where you like. You know, you use what you've got. And I think that's basically what it's all about, journaling. Now I've also, from the Painted Garden card making kit, I've also taken 2 of the sentiments. Now I'm going to add the Have a Beautiful Day sentiment, because I just think it's kind of perfect, and it was a good day, and I'm just going to add that to the top. So you can use whatever you've got. If you've got sentiments left over, you can use those as well. and it just all works. And I'm hoping that's kind of what I'm showing you and that you're getting from this. So that's it for our page, for, you know, my first few hours at create, as it were. And next we'll be creating the page for the gala night after a very busy day. So please join me again tomorrow for another great episode of Journal in January. Don't forget there's one every day through January. There is the normal projects as well, Mondays and Fridays, so look out for those. And I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. I shall see you tomorrow.